Hi, and welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, developed using Visual Basic.net using Visual Studio 2019. I already have one of these on YouTube, but that was created approximately 7 years ago with 2008. That's the reason why I decided to put this together for the latest version. Okay, let's see how this works. Now we have what's the square root of 16. Everyone know that should be 4. Yeah, I've actually took up the sound because it's very noisy while I'm trying to explain what's going on. So let's go to question number 2. Question number 2, that is 3x plus 4 plus 6x plus 8. That would be 3x plus 6x. That would be 9 plus. That's it. Next question. That is 8 and 9. So 9x 8. That's correct. The next one. And let's go up to 1000 and see what's going to happen. Okay, with this is meant to be 6x and 12. 6x and 12. Yeah, that's correct. And finally, the next one is going to be 4x plus 4. There. So,
you have just won £1,000.
Very good. Now, let's deliberately fail one and see what's going to happen. There we go. You get your red sign there telling you failed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Visual Basic Development environment, and we'll put one of these programs together. Let's do that now, guys. Welcome back to Visual Basic tutorial. I'm going to click on create new project, and right here let's select Visual Basic and click on next. I will give our project name. I'm going to call it VB Millionaire _ Millionaire. Yeah, that's good enough. And let's click on create. There we go. Now that my form is ready, I'm going to go straight to the property here, and let's change the size of the font to 1386 by 788 and press enter. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to change the back color. I'm going to change it to black. So let's go straight to background, select custom. There we go. And up here, if you want, the choice is yours. I'm just going to enter Who Wants to Be a Millionaire there. There we go. There. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to import in some of the images I intend to use. So I'm going to click on project, and let's go right down. You see my project there, VB Millionaire. Click on that, and that brings you to this dialog box. Let's select resources. Click on resources. Once the resources is selected, you see to the right of the text here, let's select this string and just drop it down. Let's select images, and the next thing is to the right of it, you will see add resources. Drop it down. Let's click on add existing files. There we go. I will now navigate to wherever the files I intend to use are. I think I should have, there we go, there they are. Right, those are the files. I'm going to select it all. I don't need these. I don't know, let's take this, all of these. Yeah, I don't think I'll need these. Alright, just click on, okay, let's just select them both. I might change my mind. There, and there they are. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to show you guys how to add sound. So I'll go back in there, make sure your resources is selected. You see now you have image there, change it to audio. And now you see where we have add resources, change that to existing file. And the file I want to add is my music notes. There they are. Or sound. These two are sound and this one is music. All of these are from YouTube. I will not be using any of the Millionaire original music. All of these music notes you guys are looking at are from YouTube. This one is from Cosmic Notes, and these other ones I can't remember. There's no name on them, but I can show it to you guys. Let me just show it to you. So I'm going to go to YouTube now. You see here you will get the sound effects. Okay, I got my sound effects there, so you can always search. Like I search for, is it something like that? Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm using. But this one, the one I intend to show to you guys that I will be using as my background is the Cosmic one, and that is supposed to be luxury, something like that. Let me look for it here. It's there somewhere, so maybe we can just type it in here and look for it. Yeah, there we go. See, that's it, Cosmic. So you guys can, so I'll be using that for my background. Okay, and the other ones you guys can get them in here. So let me minimize this and just open up my, yeah, right there. I'm gonna press F2 so that I can copy that. Then you come in here, go to sound effects on YouTube, it's right there. So you can just choose whatever you want. There we go. And this is for battle cry, like when you lost your battle, while the other one is when you are victorious and you want to celebrate. I'm going to copy that. Let's go back in there. Battle cry, let's search for that, and that is it. That means you lost. And this is the one. Let's search for that and listen to the difference. Okay, that's it with the sound. So I'm going to close that. I don't need that anymore. I already have my sound now, and I have all the images I intend to use. Now let's go back to the design view. There. Now the very first thing we need to do is I need my toolbox here. So I'm going to go to Windows and let's refresh the whole lot so that I can get my toolbox or my toolbox. Yeah. And that's it. That's my toolbox there. So now that I have the toolbox, I need picture box. Grab my first picture box here, and I already have every single images that I want, so I can just go in here. You see right here, the small rectangle there, click on it and select choose images, and the image that, oh, there we go, that is it, Millionaire image. Drop it there. Now I've got that, so I need one more. The next one is going to be for where the questions are going to be. So let me come in here. I can just hold on to the control, click, drag. So that is number 2. Let's change that to, no, not that. I think it's called layout, something like that. There we go. That is it. Yeah. So extend it that much. And that's where the questions and answers are going to be. Now let's get the 3 options that we give to the players. So this one is going to be picture box tree. Click on that and let's change that to, I think the first one is going to be 50-50. So select, let's look for 50-50. Yeah, that's 50-50. There we go. And after that, we need the call the audience or ask the audience. Come in here, and that will be people there, and that is number 4. That's 3. Yeah, 4. Grab, and this will be phone someone, telephone. So let's grab a telephone here. I should have one. That's it, the one with the telephone. There we go. And right, and to the right of it all, I then need my Millionaire winning symbol. So let's click, drag, drop it here, and I'm just going to change this. Come in here. I need the very first picture. Let's see, that is the one I'm going to settle for. There we go. And just drag it that much. So we have all our pictures in place now. So all we then need to do is to start work with the coding. There. All right. Okay, that's fine. And one other thing is I'm going to now add a button. Let's come right up here. Come here and just add a button here. And this very button, I'm going to change the background of that very button. Let's go to images. Where is the image? Should be there somewhere. There we go. Come in here and just change that to, alright, that's fine. That should give me the sign Millionaire there. And inside that very button, you see the text? I'm just going to change that to 0. Although no one will be able to see it, but that 0 is going to place on major role. There. Now we need a label up here. Go back to the toolbox, grab a label, drop it here. That is label 1. I'm not going to bother change the names because I'm not using a lot of labels. That is label 1. The only thing I'm going to change about that label is I will change the text to white. There. And in here I need a checkbox. Click number 1 checkbox, and the text of that very number 1 checkbox should become white as well. There we go. Hold on to your control, click and drag. That's 2. And we have 3, and we have 4. So all my checkbox are in place. For each of these checkbox, we also need to change the appearance. I want the appearance to look like a button. So let's go to the appearance. Look at the properties. We have an appearance there. Drop that down and let's select buttons. There we go. There. So that takes care of that. So if I run it now, this is how the program is going to look like. Alright guys, this is how it looks like, but there's 1 or 2 things I don't like. I don't like this. I'm going to have to change the image, and I also need to change the background here to black, and maybe move this up a little bit. Okay, let's come back in here. First thing first, let's take care of this. I'm going to click on that and let's change the background to another one, to just the one that's a layer. Okay, that is white and there's no background there. So that is fine. Now move this up a little bit. Now we need to move this up a little bit as well. Yes, something like that. And all of this should go up. Alright. So that is that. So let's select all of this and change the back color to black. Okay, it is black, but it's not showing, so let's change it properly. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start work with the coding. So let's double click on the form itself. Okay, right in here, what I'm with the first variable that I'm going to enter will just be for SAPI. So because I'll be converting some text to speech in there, so let's come straight into the form load itself. Right inside the form load, the first thing we want to do is to get all of our picture box. I'm going to get picture box 3. Let's say dot image, although the image is already on it, but that's okay. I'm just going to say equals, just in case if there's any error, equals my dot resources dot, that is supposed to be 50/50. There we go. That's the very first image, and maybe I should even enter it into a try cache, so if there's any error that will be handled. So grab this and just dump it in there. It's not much work, so it's alright. So grab this, copy, paste, and paste another one here, and this is going to be 4 and 5 and 5, and this image here for number 4 is going to be, that's for the people. Why this will be for just a telephone. So come in here, press enter, J telephone. There we go. There. And right underneath, the next thing I'm going to do is let's come down here and just grab picture box 1. Is that there? Picture box 1 dot, and that will be image equals, let's say my resources dots, let's paste my resources dot image. I think this is it. Yeah. Now that's for the middle bit, the millionaire icon, this very one. Yeah. Okay, now let's do one more, 2 more actually. I'm going to copy this. That will be for picture box 2. Picture box 6, I need to take care of that as well. 2 is going to be layout. I use dot layout. There. Why this is just going to be for the millionaire picture 01. There we go. Now the other thing is, let's come down here and say label 1. You guys remember label 1 dot, make that visible, and we'll say equals true. Then let's come back in here and just get all our checkbox. Checkbox 1 dot visible is going to be false. The only thing is I want the button to make that visible. So that's false, and I repeat the same thing for the other 3. There we go, and this one will be 2, 3, and 4. There. Now for button 1 itself, let's give it a value. Button 1 already entered 0 in it, but equals 0. So those are the lines of code. However, if there's any error, that's where this error handler comes in. So we just use a message box there. Message box dot show, and that is going to be ex dot message. So if there's any error, this error handler will take care of that. So that is for the form. So let's just run it and see what's going to happen. Oh, there's an error here. That was supposed to be, let's see. Oh, there we go. That's supposed to be 6, not 1. Now run it again. Come on. And there we go. So that's my very first button. Okay, what I want to achieve is when I click on this button, I want every single content here to be displayed. So the first thing we want to do is we can even add music or sound to it, double click on the button, and right here, button 1, I'm going to enter my command, my.computer .audio. So that would be my audio .play. That will be for the background music, the one I copied from YouTube. My .resources luxury, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Comma audio as background. Audio will be background, so dot audio play mode dot background. There we go. That's it. So I'm going to run it. That music will be noisy, so we have to comment it out later on. Click on the button. There. So that's the background. I noticed one other thing. The whole component are not centered, so I'm going to select it all. Let's grab it and just move it about that. Right, that's fine. Let's make sure it's all right up there. Nope, it's moved. Take it back up a little bit more. All right. So double click on the button, and right here, now let's enter as follows on the button. Button number 1, this very button, there's only one button in it anyway. We now want to increment it by 1, so we can always say plus equals 1. Now that's the button we're going to use to carry out every single operations we want to take care of now. So I'm going to grab picture box 1 here. Just grab all of these. I expect it to still be on the picture box itself. There. Now, every single one of these, I want it is all false. Check will be false. Visible will be true. So let's come back here and just paste this here. There, and let's make this true for the checkbox, or the checkboxes. They're all true for now. Now what about check? Dot checked equals false. I'll repeat the same thing for the others. Okay. Then we also need to change the background color. I think this is where it's gonna work. Copy that, come right down here, paste, dots back color equals color dots black. That's 4 of those, copy and paste. 2, 3, 4. Change the numbers. 2, 3, 4. There. Okay, so let's run it and you guys see how that looks like. Run that. There we go. That is it. So you can't even see any of the checkbox anymore. But if I click on my button here, there, as you can see, the checkbox all appears, and so on. But there's one thing I want to do before I go any further. Right underneath here, I am going to create some questions. So the very first, I will create one, then I will use that to show you, to demonstrate how the program is meant to run. Okay, let's do that. Right underneath here, The very first question, let's just say private. And I'm going to call that question 1. Private sub question 1 there. So for the very first question 1, let's enter as follows. The label. Now I'm making reference to label 1. Label 1.text equals this question. What is that will be the square root of 16. There. That's the very first question. Now, inside the checkbox number 1, I think we can put the right answer there. Checkbox number 1 dot text equals, let's say A column. Say the square root of 16 is, the square root of 16 is 4. And now I'm going to copy this and just change it around, knowing fully well the first answer is the right one. So I'm going to change this to B, and this is 2. This is, let's say, is 24, is maybe 8, and maybe here is 2. There. This will be C, D, and this is 4, 3. There. So that's my very first question. Now let's use an if statement to validate the correct answer. If checkbox 1 is checked, let's say dot checked equals true, then do we want to play our noisy music? Yes, we can play one of those noisy music. Let me copy it here, but I'm going to have to comment it out because it's too noisy for this video. But this is how it's done anyway. The music that will celebrate the winner. So let's press that, and that is it, the crowd celebration. There we go. Come down here. That's for the crowd celebrate. Let's see. Okay. We don't want it to play as background. To be so noisy. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other thing. Oh, no, we don't want to wait it. Okay. Background loop. No. Okay, I'm just going to undo what I've just done. Alright, that's fine. Now, in that case, button 1 dot text equals plus equals 1, which makes it 2 now. Okay, there. Okay, now that is taken care of, one other thing we then need to do is to call every single thing that we've done here. So let's inside the button 1 itself. So I'm going to run it. Let's just show you how it all looks like for now before I do that. And I may have to speed it up. Okay, that's my button now. Click on that. So let's end that. So what we need to do is we need to come down here and add as follows. There. Okay, if button 1 equals 1, then this picture box changes to 1, and we call our question that I've just created. Question 1 is now called. Button 1 becomes disabled, while all of these pictures are enabled, and these other pictures should have the following picture there. Okay, that's it. But for it to work, we then need to come in here, double click on this very one, because when I run it now, this is what you will see. It's like there's nothing still happening. Click. We now need to add some lines of code here to determine what we have. So let's assume we have as follows. Let me just copy this. Yeah, I can even grab it all. Copy, paste it in here. And here, if this one is checked and button 1 equals true, no, let's say button 1 equals 1. Okay, get rid of this. If button 1 equals 1 and this is checked and this is checked equals true, then we want the background to change color. So let's change the background of this. Place that in there, dot background. Let's change it to something like gold. Color dot gold. Right, now what is, we need to change the background music to that of the winning team. Okay, there we go, we have the winning team there. And we also need to enable this button has to be dot enable equals true there. So that is for the very first question taken care of, and I'm working with the very first checkbox as well. Okay, now let's run our program and see how that's going to work. Okay, have a good look at it. I have my first question here. That's where the functions are going to be. Alright, so come here and just have a good look at it. Then we'll run it. Run. Okay, click. There. Thank you, that's very noisy. So now you guys understand why I said I'm going to comment it out. Alright, so that is my very first question taken care of. Now supposing we selected the wrong answer. So let's see, I haven't done anything with that. So I'm going to come in here and just click on that, select the but before that, copy this, and that will be for question number 2. Paste question 2, change that to 2, and up to 15. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. It should be and sub here. Okay, good. And get rid of. Yeah, that's fine now. Okay, copy. And that'll be for 3. 3. And then change the question around. So let's speed it up. Okay, I have all my questions in place. This is question 15. You just make up your own question, whatever you like. And that's 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, let's go back to the button. I'm going to double click on the button. So what I want to do now is I want to link the button to the question. So I've done the very first one. So copy this and come right down here. So this time around, the button should become number 2. So once button 1 becomes 2, that should automatically take us to question 2, and the picture box will become picture box 2. Okay, and we can then call question number 2. We don't really need any of this anymore, so let's just get rid of it because it's already on the system. Get rid of that. There, that's for question 2. So I'm going to just copy that. Repeat the same thing for number 3. Copy. Come right down here. That's, well, every time you click on the button, it's incremented by 1. So that's 3, and this one become 3 as well. Image 3, and this will become 3. Okay, the image 3, picture 1, 2, and 3, they are all here. If you guys can still recall, those are the pictures that I'm calling now. Okay, I've just called picture box 2. So back to my code here. Now let's take care of number 4. Paste and change this to 4. 4. That's 4, 4, and 4. So, and this, yeah, that's fine. Number 5. So I believe you guys get the whole idea. Then I'll just speed it up. This is 5, 5, and 5. Let's speed that up. Okay, the function that will be calling each question is all taken care of. Right, and look at number 2. Let's see. There we go. Those are all of the functions that we call every single questions. Now let's go and look at question number 2. This is question 2. Question 2 is telling us 3x plus 4 plus 6x plus 8. So 3x plus 6x, we know that's 9x. 4 plus 8 is this. So the answer to that is going to be C. But when I run the program, because I haven't connected the answer to C, this was going to happen. Have a good look at this. Question number 2. Nothing is happening. So I need to, since nothing is happening in there, I'm going to go back to the design and let's double click on this very one. Okay, and I'm going to copy everything we have in here. Yeah, copy that. Paste that right in here and just change it around. This time around, the button is now number 2. And the checkbox that is enabled is checkbox number 2. This is the reason I didn't bother change the details, the names of the checkbox. And if the correct answer is selected, I want the background color to change to gold. And the winning music as well. That's the winning music. I don't need to change that. And that's it. So that's for the second one. If we run it now, we should be able to click on the second winner. So let's see. Oh no, that's wrong. There's 3. Close that. The winning team here is text box 3, not 2. Change that to 3. 3. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's run it and see. Yeah. The other thing we need to do is we're going to have to write 1 or 2 lines of code for any wrong selection. So come in here, double click on that. Okay, that is going to be 9, 8. Right. If this is 3 and this one is true, Then that's all there is to it. So number 3 is taken care of as well. So I'm going to check question number 4. Let's go to number 4. That's number 4. That's 6x and 12. 6x and 12 is B. So this is B. Double click on B. Paste that in there. So this will be 2, 2. And this time around, this one will become 4. There. So 4 questions taken care of. So we'll try it out. Let's try 3. We can't do anything about any error just yet, so we need to take care of that as well. See, what I notice is there are 4 winning questions on checkbox number 1, this very checkbox. So if I double click on that, and I have those winning questions in that'll be question when the button is 8 and when the button is 9. So I'm going to copy these, paste it there, and this will come when is 8 and when is 9. Okay, there. So that is taken care of, which means the losing questions will be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So what I'm going to do is 2 is a losing question. Copy this, come in here and just enter. Let me enter something in here. Incorrect answers. There we go. So we have 2. When is 2? It's incorrect. In that case, we have to play the sad music. So this is the winning one. Battle Crown for Celebration. Okay, so that one is going to be Battle Cry High Pitch. Yeah, Battle Cry High Pitch. So that's for number 2. We also need to change the color to red. So dot red. And what else? And we then need to change the picture. Let's change the picture to back to picture number 1. Let me see, picture number 1 should be here somewhere. I'll just copy one of these and paste it there. Okay, go back in here. Let's type it out. And right underneath here, picture, that will be picture, oh okay, it's picture box 6. Picture box 6 dot image equals my resources, my dot resources dot the very first picture, which is 01. There we go. So that is more or less like you're starting all over. In fact, you are starting all over, not more or less. And in that case, this button becomes 0. So I'm going to copy this, and the button default back to 0. There. Okay, that's fine. So that's for number 2. Number 3 is a winner here. Yep, 3 is a winner, so the next one will be 4. Copy. 4. We have 5 as well. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 5. Okay, I think we have 6 and 7 there as well. 6, 7, 6, 7. Okay, that was 7. Then we have 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15. And this becomes 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10. So I have officially taken care of one checkbox. That's good. So what I've done is I've actually made the game a little bit harder, because if you lose any of the answers, you default back to 0. Or you can always maybe make this like 5 or whatever. The choice is yours. If you make it 5, that means you have to start on number 5 again. So that's fine. Now let's go to button number checkbox number 2. Double click on checkbox 2 and let's find the winners there. And in here we have 12 and 13 as the winner. So I'm going to copy that, paste, and this becomes 12 and 13 right here. Those are the winning teams. Right. Okay, let's go into number 1. I'm just going to copy, and what I don't need, I'll delete it. So that is fine. Let's come in here, double click, and change things around, because I've finished up with number 1 anyway. Copy all of this. And up to here. Copy. Let's go straight into here and just paste it right underneath here. So we need to delete 12 and 13 from there. Paste. 12 and 13. No. I'm going to have to 12, 13. Okay. So let's just delete that for now. 13 is gone. And let's delete 13 because I'm going to have to replace them with something. Now, we need to change this. That is checkbox 2. That's 2 as well. And this is 2. Okay, if we only have, yeah, okay, that's 2. 2. And 2 here. Then we'll take care of the rest. 2. Okay, we have number 2. We have 4. Let's see the winnings. 4, 12, 13. So in here there will be 3. Change that to 3. We have 5. 6, 7. There's 8 missing, so we can change one of those to 8. This one will become 8, and the one below 8 will be 9. There, and that's it. That covers that. All the errors are gone. Right. Okay, that is fine for number 2. But I think there's a mistake somewhere. Let's move this. 9, 8. Let's move them up. I'm going to cut it off and let's position it properly. That's 10. Okay, put it right here. There. And there is 1 as well that I've forgotten. Go straight on top of 2. There should be 1 there. Right. There. So this will be 1. Okay. That takes care of that. Okay, number 3, double click on that. That is it. So we have 1 already there, and we also have another winning one. So that will be 5, button number 5. So I'm going to copy and just change things around. And that's it for checkbox 3. That's 2, 5, 10, 11, 14, 15. Those are the winning games. So if you make it up to 15, you get this message. Sappy will actually read out this message for you. Okay. So now underneath here, I'm going to enter the losing game. So that's going to be 1, 3, 4, and some other ones. So let's come up here and just copy. I have 1, 3, 4. Copy. Now I can even just copy this. Right. And just paste it right down here. Incorrect answers. There we go. So for checkbox 3, those are the incorrect answers. So have a good look at them, and you can see the music that will come up once you lose. Okay, so in there I have the following: 1, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. Okay, save that. Now let's take care of number 4. Double click on number 4, and there we go. That's check button 4, or checkbox 4 taken care of. So I'm going to come right down here. So we only have 2 winnings there. That's 6 and 7. An incorrect value. There we go. It's going to be 1 to 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 8, 9, up to 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, since checkbox 4 is taken care of, so I'm going to run it and let's just see how that looks like. Then we'll have a go at the bonus points. That's good. It's all the same lines of codes anyway. You just have to think logically. There. So let's run it. And we'll take it from there. Okay. Question number 1. Yeah. Question number 2. So let's come in here so that we can take care of this. So we can select 50-50, ask the audience, or telephone call. Alright, so let's do one. So double click on 50-50. Right, in 50-50 or on 50-50, I'm going to enter if button, one dot, text equals 0. Then what we want the system to do is I want the picture box 3 itself to remain, I think it should remain the same. So I'm going to grab this, just change it all around, paste it in here. Picture box 3, that's what I'm dealing with here, equals, that to be dot JPEG 50. So the picture box remain the same. So if it's 0, else the picture box is going to be, let's come down here and just enter else. That picture box will be the one with the X. Okay, so if it's 0, there's nothing happening. But if it's not 0, you click on it, that gives you that. So let's try that out. Then we add the rest conditions. Let's see, it is 0, nothing is happening here, look. But if I change it now, now when I click this, I expect two of these to disappear. Now let's come down here and continue with another if statement. So if this button equals 1, if it's 1, that means I'm working with question number 1. So I want the following checkbox. So let me copy, let's just copy some checkbox there. Copy this. I want checkbox 4 and maybe checkbox 2. I want them to disappear. Dot visible equals false. There. That's for 4, and 2. I want the same thing for 2. So I'm going to change this one to 2 and then paste. Let's run this up here to get rid of the error there. Okay, so let's continue. We'll just deal with that. Then the next one is we will also want the picture box 1 to be disabled. Okay, let's copy this, paste that in here. Picture box 1 dot enable equals false. Right, else if, I won't copy all of these, and let's come down, else if right, come down here. So if it's 2, there, that happens to it. And if it's 3, else if it's 3, so what do we do with 3? 2 will become, no, this should be 1 and this should be 2. 2. Okay. Now if the button value becomes, that is 1, 2, 3, if it becomes 3, else if it's 3, then that means this one is 3 and this is 2. Okay, that's fine. Or 2, 3. Then if it's 4, else if it's 4, in the case of 4, that'll be 1 and 4. So you just have to know where your answers are. Okay, and in the case of 5, oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 4. Now the next one will be 5. That is 5. If the button value is 5, I want 4, 2 and 4. Let's make this one 2 and make the other one 4. 2 and 4. Right. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. You see it's just the same. So you need to study your result so that you know how to place this. Okay, so I'm just going to speed that up. So that is it, guys. So all is taken care of. Okay, you have to study your answers like I said, so that you know which of the buttons, because this is for 50-50. Okay, so if I run the program now, let's run and you see what's going to happen. Let's see, for question number 1. Which means you cannot use the 50-50 anymore, and that's why you have the red cross on it. So now let's take care of this very one. Call the audience. Okay, ask the audience. In the case of ask the audience, that is not a big deal. So let's just maybe copy something here. And I'll copy this. Paste it right here. Get rid of this. And come right down here and say and if. Alright, now let's start. If it's 0, nothing is going to happen. Okay, nothing will happen if it's 0. But we want the picture box image to remain the same. So we're going to come right here and just enter picture box 4 dot image equals my dot resources dot give the people. There we go. Else, okay, else we just want this to change. Copy that, paste that here. Else this one we have to change to the picture with the X. Enter that in there, and that we have the X. Right, so what else? Get rid of the else if. Alright, so that is that. Then in that case this becomes false. Dot enable equals false, and make sure it's false and the image itself. Okay, the image should be here anyway, so we can delete one or leave it. Alright, that's it. I'm comment this out. Okay, that's 50-50. Let me try. No, sorry, that is called the people. Let me try it out. Or ask the audience is called. Let's try that out. Too bad the audience gave me a wrong answer. So that's fine. So I'm going to get rid of this anyway. I don't need that. Alright, now finally we need to take care of phone someone. Okay, in the case of phone someone, which is right here, double click on it again. I'm just going to copy all of this. This makes life easy. So come down here and just change the text name to the picture box name to 5, 5 and 5. And this one is going to be the telephone email dot, that is it, phone, and this one is going to be telephone as well. dots, telephone with the X. That is it, taken care of. There. So I'm going to run it now. Run. Let's see. I think that might be the end of this program. There we go, guys. Now run. Answer. Question number 2. Question. Ask the audience. There. And that's how you develop your own Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay? You see how beautiful that is? And it's easy to do too. Look at that. Take it from the top. Form load. Your button. Only one button there. There we go. Okay, there isn't much to it, so it's just a tutorial. It took some time to complete. And thanks to my friend in Australia, he's a member of the channel. I think his name is Ryan. Thank you. He brought this all up again. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to become a member of my channel as well. There's a lot of benefits if you are a member of the channel. Okay, you all have a nice day now, and bye for now.